Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to your first episode of the day. There is going to be a couple coming out today, so make sure you're hitting that like, subscribe, notification button. We're going to be tackling some interesting content. I'm going to finally be doing the story mode chapter 6. So, wisdom to break dual aspect. So, we're going to be doing it live. Obviously, it's 0%. So, stick around for a lengthy video of how to on that one. And of course, we're going to do the Annihilation video today, so we're going to be doing that one as well to cover the event. And then on top of that, we're going to do an extra special exclusive video for those that are above a level 120. I'm going to showcase how I got nearly 2 billion power on PB's account. So I think I'm going to get about 1 billion power on this one. And yeah, you're in for a treat. It's only going to take you time. That's all it's going to take you time, and a little bit of patience, and maybe can really sore fingers. But trust me when I say it's going to be worthwhile checking that video out, which should be coming out at some point today. However, Annihilation Event. Before we do it, let's make sure that we are spending all our currency. It is the last day. If you do not spend the currency, you will lose it all. Um, yeah, okay. Now you know. So don't cry to me. Don't cry to me or the development team because they won't care because I told you and they told you as well. But basically, grab these ones if you're late game. You can get either or depending on what circumstance you're at. I personally went with these stones because I'm going to need a bucket load of them. However, you may take advantage and grab some of these. You'll need a lot of those. You'll need a lot of these too, so you could probably split between those 4 items. Personally, if you don't know what to get, just grab accessory stones or beast pills because they're pretty safe. They're pretty safe. What I would say though, early game, focus on grabbing out these ones and potentially start to work towards full sets of these ones. Mainly because, you get a full set, you get like 8% attack, crit, and of course all the other stuff. And this one is block HP, and that's pretty stock standard. So if you are early game, that will probably help you out a little bit as well. For veggies, I generally spend either on these ones or I try to get some training pills. I think we can. You know what though? Do I need the training pills? Do I need them? Do I need them? We'll grab the training pills. Why not? We can play it safe. If when in doubt, grab some training pills. You do need a lot of them. To be completely honest, they're the ones that are going to hold you back the furthest as you progress in the game. Training pills become a pain in the backside after level 120 because, of course, if anyone is curious about them, where are we? Train. You get like other things, so you have to do your junior rank, which costs a bucket load, and then you got to do your supreme rank, which costs a metric bucket load. Yeah, training pills, right? Very annoying. You need to grab those. Anyway, Annihilation Event. In a nutshell, you are a very lucky person, COVID-19. Hopefully you didn't catch COVID because then you would be very unlucky. But you are a lucky person. Maybe the karma balances itself out and you got yourself a powerful axe. For anyone curious, that is a 0.1% chance to get that. Pretty freaking significant. If you manage to pull a gold axe, it's a 0.25% chance. But the reality is you're going to get a lot of meteorite and a lot of silver axes. And occasionally you're going to get a bronze axe. And that kind of sucks. Yeah, it really does. But hey, it is what it is. I try not to dwell on that. I really, I try not to dwell on it, okay? Just trust me when I say that. I do dwell on it, but I freaking hate bronze axes. They need to remove that from this damn event drop. Because really all you get is these things and these things. I mean, I know it's for the early game players and all of that, and I'm not going to discriminate, but let's be honest. If they remove bronze axes and just increase the silver axe drop rate, I think we'd all be a little bit happier. But in a nutshell, most players are going to be trying to finish off their Heavenly Sword. Potentially, you could be trying to finish off your Zaya's Charm. Not a bad alternative. I would strongly recommend going for Heavenly Sword first over Imperishable Gear Set. Heavenly Sword on your Generation 2 Mythic is going to absolutely slay. Literally, it is the Whale Slayer. It is the Booty Slayer himself. If anyone's curious what that does, it means once around, you basically have a chance to kill an enemy that is HP is below 30%. And slash it essentially cuts through the BS, right? So Sun Laban's puppetry and invincibility from Cyan Rook essentially can still insta kill that annoying lingering hero. You know, everybody knows that hero I'm talking about. The one that just doesn't accept its fate and just persists for 2 freaking rounds. And you're like, just accept it. You're dead. You're gonna die. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, Whale Slayer pretty much has a chance to help you out in that situation. Besides that, though, it does give 100 hatred to your character that is a mythic hero. So for me, Dank Stash. Now, arguably, it's a little bit wasted on heroes that already have 100% hatred because you can't really cap that out anyway. So you only get one ultimate, which is based off your hatred per attack. So keep that in mind. But for this team, the one that I'm currently running on the Hybrid Nation, I believe I've got it in Jiang Wei. Yes, I do, because Jiang Wei starts with 50 hatred. So now he starts with 100 hatred. So he's 100, he's 100, and my transformation, Zhang Fei is 100 hatred. So we all start with 100 hatred. We're all very happy little Vegemites. But essentially, that's what I would recommend spending your meteorites on. And then after that, start working on the Imperishable Gear Set. Should you build Zaya's Charm? Yes, you should. It is a great support. It is a great support thing. I'm not gonna lie, I quite like it. It stuns a lot of enemies. Alternatively, if you are an absolute megalodon and you've already wailed out on the event, you're probably already gonna know just to grab this thing. Mainly because it gives 4 stats. 4 stats over 3 stats. If anyone's curious, that's the difference. So this gives 3 stats and Mythic gives 4 stats, and they're all pretty much percentage based, and they're higher percentage based than the legendaries. So it's the end game. Okay, so that's what it is. It's the end game. Mythic Beast Gear is here to stay. Probably only speaking to like 1% of my audience that can afford that. It is a random selection chest, which sucks. So you either get the RNG on X server or you grab some of these ones. But either or, I probably would focus on maxing these ones out before I went for the Mythic Beast Gear. I'm not going to lie. I feel like if you've got all these the 7-star, then yeah, go for gold. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You've wailed hard, my son. But the reality is, you could also just try to max these ones out. You know, it's if you've done everything, then obviously Beast Gear is the last of the cream of the crop. If you've done literally everything, if you soul forged all of your Imperishable Gear sets, you max them all out, every single character's got them, obviously you will go for the Beast Gear. It's going to be like 0.1% of my audience. That's going to be a powerful meteorite drop right there. But anyway, if anyone's curious, Imperishable Gear Set starts to shine. At base level, Imperishable Scythe is 10 times stronger than the Halberd or the Vanquisher Halberd, which kind of gives you an indication that's the future direction of the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't start to get better until, I would say, you get the 2-piece set, because of course you get the 10% attack, 10% defense, and you get the shield ability of 20% HP. Stick this on a squishy DPS. That's my advice. Stick it on your Lubus of the world, and hopefully they stay alive at least one more round, because, 20% shield of their HP is still, it's good. Most of the time it's a hit. It's a free hit you get at the beginning of the battle. And of course that, gets reduced as the battle goes on, because, well, he's going to get hit and all that other stuff. So it's really only for the beginning of the battle. It's nice. Okay, I'm going to get to it. It's nice. But at 4 pieces, you get 15% damage and 50% damage reduction. Of course, you get your crit percentage as well, which is, it's pretty spicy. But mainly, this is the interesting thing, is you actually 2 times your base damage. So remember in the beginning I said that the base damage of the Imperishable Scythe is 10 times stronger than the Vanquisher. Well, it kind of starts to stack up as you start to imbue this bad boy, as you start to upgrade that. So the base damage of it is, yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. To give you an example, I think I've done an imperishable on this account. Yeah, plus 75%. So see this plus 75 there? That means essentially it's increased where I go refine. So here's the attack percentage. That's pretty much what this bad boy does. And of course, you can have a chance to hit 2 times on every single attack. It's pretty important. Would you max them out? Like, to be fair, if you do it evenly spaced every 2 levels, you get a bonus like the mastery bonus, which isn't bad. I mean, it boosts up all of your stats. But if you just want to go balls deep, I mean, you can just you just keep leveling up. Every single level gives 1%, which increases again your base statistics of attack. Kind of important for your DPSs, not gonna lie. While we're there though, I should probably talk about this. So when you finally deck out all your characters that you want with your imperishable gear set, you're actually then gonna have to do this Soul Forge. Spoiler alert, you need to do that as well. And then you need to imbue them again. It's like the every single step just keeps getting added to and added to and added to. And then lastly, you want to transform them, and you need 50 shards. So you actually need 50 of the imperishable scythe shards, 50 helmets, 50 chest pieces, and 50 boots. And of course, they go up and up and up. So it's 50, 100, 150. It's very, very expensive. You can swap between both though. Once you unlock one tier, you can swap between any of them. So don't feel like you're stuck. You're like, oh shit, I'm stuck PB. I can't pick. No, you can. You can just swap between the two. So I mean that's nice. You do get 5% attack, and then of course you get some increased attack as you keep going up and up and up. But let's just be mindful that it's a very, very long process, and Annihilation Event is how you're going to achieve it. So I would recommend focus on your mythic weapon first, i.e. Whale Slayer Sword, and then start working on your perishable gear set. And then after that, obviously, you can do what you please. If you do manage to get some silver axes, I would recommend maxing out your legendary weapons, or at least getting the base sets. If you are free to play, get the base sets of these, and then you can use your gold and your wishing stones later on to max those out. But getting the base set is very, very important. They all have their own individual abilities. 7-star sword is pretty lethal, which is the last one. This blade down there, won't let me click on it. Blue blade sword, and of course moonlight fan, pretty cool for the silencers. Pretty generic. You can go through that in your own time. If you have any questions specific to this, hit us up in the Discord comment section, or of course the Facebook post, which will be on there a little bit later on. Would I recommend grabbing Vanquisher gear sets? Not really. Not really. You can get a lot of these ones elsewhere. You can get a lot of shards later on in the game. Particularly, the best place to grab shards is once you hit level 600 in your warrior trials. You basically get access to convert these little crystals here. Legendary essence, so we'll grab some of those. I always forget because I'm at that stage of the game where I just forget about stuff like that, which will tell you just how far vanquishers fall off late game. But early game, I mean, you will work towards getting those ones. I still would prioritize getting your legendary weapons first. If you're curious, you can actually get them in the metal shop too. The legendary essence stones. I started buying all of these out on Woo's account. So my free to play Woo account is already getting a nice stash of the legendary essence. So once I do hit 600 stars, I will be able to convert them day one. Hopefully I'll have enough for a full set by that stage. So there are some planning about that. You can actually get away with not wasting your silver axes. So that's my opinion. Focus on your legendary weapons first, and then you can do as you please. Now, last but not least, if you are thinking about spending some gold, 9k gold gets you 30 tokens. Basically, you want to get to 60 if you are trying to min-max this event. Reason being is you get a chance. It's a slim chance of getting a freaking jackpot. I mean, you do get free gear and you can get some gold back, so you don't need to save for your jackpot. I'm just gonna say that, like, only if you're one of those people that really just wants to sort of maximize their progress, you could probably save for your 60. But the reality is, I mean, if you save for 60 and you skip an event and you could have made Imperishable that event and you're just doing it for the sake of it, it kind of harms your progress. So I don't know. It's up to you. I'm not going to say whether or not you should stay for the flips because at the end of the day, I mean, you might land a powerful axe or you might be very, very close to getting 100 to create your gear set. So you're going to need to judge that on your own merit. But I mean, like, let's just jump into it. Drop rates are pretty shit. We already know that. So hopefully it works out to be that we get more powerful meteorites and no bronze axes game. No bronze axes. Do you hear me? Okay, so you do get the guaranteed silver axes every 20 pulls, I believe. Is it every 20 pulls or is it every 10 pulls? Let me just check that. 20 draws. 2 silver axes every 20 draws. Big deal. Big deal game. Alright. We're okay. We're doing okay. We've got 44 meteorites. We get us up to 50. Oh, there we go. We got us to 50. Oh, that's a spicy draw right there. 53. That's half an imperishable gear set, and of course that means I might even do Zaya's charm actually. I'll see. I'll have to have a look how we are. Now, of course, we opened up the flip, so what do you reckon? I'm feeling spicy. I'm feeling the third one. Hey, got 15. Not bad, not bad. I would say that's the second best option. Unless you just love too much gold and then it's not the second best option. But for me, I'd take that as the second best. Got your 15 shards there. We'll do a sneaky one. There we go. We got one meteorite from it. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Obviously, you don't need to spend for this event. If you do choose to spend, I should probably tell you, and we'll grab some of these ones out anyway. So I'm going to grab my daily. This package here, when it becomes available, is the best value in the game at the moment. This package here is because you'll get 30 of these and you'll get 30 of those. Of course, you'll get stamina pills as well. You do get a free daily one here, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's not going to make or break it, but it could be where you might go, oh, I just need one or two. Well, this is probably where you're going to get them. Package wise, this one's probably one of the better values for the dollar package. You get 3 of those tokens. You get some gold. We'll claim you, and we'll grab you. And for the God's Blessing, I believe it won't show me, but I bought the minimal package for $7.99. It gives 15 tokens. That's the best value out of all of those packages. If you are going to spend, and of course we never encourage people to spend, just spend wisely on this channel. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Let me just check out my bag situation. What are we at? So we got 105 of your shards, which is one full piece. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? PB is looking for... I mean... It's kind of a waste. It's kind of a waste because I'm pretty much just running all support heroes. He doesn't really need Imperishable gear set. If I was going to do it, it'd have to be a split set for him. I mean, I could potentially just go ahead and imbue this up to you know what? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will. Maybe PB's gonna do some crazy stuff. So we're gonna grab all of you out. Where's me festival? Already done you. Where's this? Where's my shop? Grab all of you out. Where is it? Now, is this a wise choice? Probably not. Am I still going to do it? Absolutely. And the reason being is because I can. Because I can on this account. This account is for me to have fun with. The other account's a little bit more serious, and the free-to-play is a little bit more strategic. But what we're going to go and transform. So we're going to go with this one. Boom. So we got our 5% attack. And the next level, as you can see, we need 100 of those. So we're going to go ahead and grab those. So boom, another one, which is another 10% attack. And on top of that, you need 150. But we did manage to get to tier 2 on transformation. I feel like ultimately my main character for this account, and it's going to depend on your situation, but mine is War God. So either way, if I want to get these shards back, I just regress the weapon and I get the shards back anyway. So then I can rebuild a scythe if I want to. Spoiler alert, there's no real bad way to do things in this game. It's just simply, you know, as far as I can tell, you can regress this. So let's just remove this. I'm just experimenting at this point. I don't know everything, and I don't pretend to. Let's go into the equipment. Let me see if I reset this. What do I get back? Boom. So you get all your shard back anyway. Come on, game. You're making it too easy. You're making it like there is no real consequence. Just gold. Gold and time is the only consequence this game apparently has. I'm not trying to mock it. I'm just trying to be real with you all. Literally, there is no major consequence except for your time, maybe a little bit of progress, if you think about it like that. But anyway, we managed to get you up there. Will we keep you at that level? Let me just grab the transformation. So you can swap between both. You can switch. Doesn't cost you anything like that. And of course, you can read what skill sets do. So if the HP is higher than, if your HP is higher than target, i.e. you're going round 1, you basically do 1.25% extra base damage. If your HP is lower than target, then you do 1.25%. You can switch between. I mean, technically, you should be going round 1 anyway, so this guy should be, he should be hitting before the other enemy. So technically, and I say technically because it really is like he should have more HP. He should be going before the other enemy. I don't know. I don't know how this scales in PvE, but in PvP, you're probably okay. You're probably going to be okay with doing this one. But if in doubt, just go with the red one because you got to remember that the enemies in PvE scale so much higher with their HP than you. So the reality is you may be switching between these two modes. Spoiler alert, a pro tip that I just learnt myself as I was figuring that one out. But last but not least, let's go ahead and stop clicking on the same stupid button. Let's go into here. I need to build the 7-star sword for this account. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those ones. Hopefully this is enough. I feel like we should be okay. 7-star sword. Yes, beautiful. So I'm going to keep grabbing these ones out. And I do admit that the 7-star sword on Old Mate War God is actually good. Better than all the other legendary weapons to run with him. You don't really need to run the Whale Slayer on this guy because he starts with 100 rage. It's a little bit obsolete. Do I have any of you? I do have one of you. Oh, we've got accuracy. We've got high accuracy. We've got defense evasion. Let's try the defense one. We got HP. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. that's part of the game, though. I'm not gonna lie, that happens quite a lot. It happens more than you think. Let's go and cap you out. Beautiful. Get you to 1. Boom. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it for a nutshell. That's the Annihilation event. That's my perspective. Stay tuned for, spoiler alert, drum roll. We actually did some story mode pushes. We are going to do the complete guide to Chapter 6. Wisdom to break dual aspect. It has been actually asked quite a lot, so I was hedging my bets to decide whether or not I would do it on Yawning Way, and of course we managed to unlock it yesterday. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So stay tuned for that, and then I'm going to do a comparison guide for those that are over 120 and have unlocked the next tier of their basically their, what is this stupid thing called? I always forget what it's called. Their training aspect. For those that have unlocked it, I'm going to show you how to get a free billion plus power. Spoiler alert, you might not get a billion power exactly, but I know I will, so it's circumstantial. But stay tuned for that video. It's going to be pretty short, though. I'm going to keep that short. I'm going to keep that under 5 minutes. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.